aside from that, I was trying to say is that we do share a lot, like, what we're feeling, and some people were away, they're there by themselves, because I went with my husband, but some people were there by themselves, they're away from their family, and we're going through this cleanse together. So, some emotions and things does comes up, and, actually one of the attendants, she was going through a tough relationship, and, we all share what we're feeling, what we're looking to get out, and we kind of all come together. We share our breakthrough, what we're seeing, and we actually do learn from each other. Like, because a lot of the problem and a lot of the thing that we have, or issue we have inside ourselves, other people have the same thing too. And by hearing other people talk about their issues, actually helped me work through mine. So I really love that. And whenever you just feel the love, whenever someone comes up and share, you just feel everybody rooting for them. Everybody just send them so much love. And this is like, there's so many hugs going on around all the time. Like, if you stand up and share, after you're done, like, everybody just come up and hug you. And I love that, because you don't really get that with UPW or Day with Destiny, because it's a huge crowd and everybody's everywhere. So you're not as connected. But here, oh my gosh, it just, whenever somebody is brave and stand up and, be willing to be vulnerable and share what they're going through and what they want to change and how they're going to do it, we're just all like clap and, give them good energy, and everybody comes in for a hug. I love that aspect about it. It's just incredibly supportive. And I would say probably the second best event from all Tony Robbins event, because I do have to say Day with Destiny is amazing on its own in a different way. So I would say I love Day with Destiny as number one, and I would say Live and Master is number two. But it's very two different. It's such a different event for both of them that it's even hard to compare. I feel like Day with Destiny is like top notch on a different category, and Life and Wealth is like top notch on a different category as well. And what else would I do differently if I was to go there? I don't think I would do anything else differently. I think the only thing is that rather than stay in Wasu, I would stay at a offsite resort instead of Wasu. But everything else, I think I would do the same. Oh, one thing I do want to mention, because we do get 3 hours in between, and they very well planned. They actually, every morning, there is snorkeling set up for people who want to go snorkeling. It is an additional fee, and it actually pretty cheap. It's only, if I remember correctly, it's only $60, and it's Fijian dollar, which is only $30 American dollar. But you do have to wake up at like 5 in the morning and meet at 5:20 to go out to go snorkeling. And for me, I'm like, I value my sleep, so I want my 8 hours, so I didn't go. And in Sabu, I think personally, just from what I heard from all the people who went and their experience, it sounds like the snorkeling reef in Sabu is more natural and less touristy. So you actually see some pretty cool stuff. On one of the trips, some people saw a baby shark. How cool is that? And then another trip, some people saw a sea snake, which I'm sure that was kind of scary. Someone got stung by a jellyfish, so you do have to be careful out there. But all in all, everyone seemed to really enjoy all the snorkeling. So if you are willing to get up early, definitely go. And for the rest of the day, actually, if you don't go snorkeling in the morning, they have planned for you do a brief walk in the morning in a group around like 7:20 is when you wake up, or when you meet, not when you wake up. Or you can they do 2 walks to the Namawi waterfall, which is pretty cute. It's a small waterfall. It's nothing spectacular. If you've been to Yosemite and you've seen all the Yosemite here in California, the Yosemite National Park, and you've been to all the waterfall, which is spectacular and majestic. So this little one is like a small waterfall, but it's still super cute. And because it is a tropical weather, so it's a little bit on the hot and humid side, it's actually pretty nice to just jump in the water and cool down. So it's a nice brisk walk in the morning to get your body going. And also, Typically in the afternoon, you get 3 hour break. So for us, we either took a nap because it's just kind of tiring. I mean, you are starting at like around 8:30 in the morning, and you don't end until either 10:30 or 11:30. Because sometimes if you break and early, then you will end the night earlier, which is, and by early I mean 10:30. But normally it's around 11:30 is when we finish every night. So for those 3 hour, I usually just take a nap. For a couple of times, we did walk across the street because it's right across is the ocean. So we just walk across the street, kind of check out the water, and it's actually quite a bit of coral and fishes there. So if you have your own snorkeling gear, you could just walk across the street, go in the water, into the oceans, and just snorkel. It's pretty cute there, and the water there is actually very shallow. You can see like you will have to go really far out in order to even get to the wave. So it's very calm and very easy to swim and snorkel. And so at some point, it actually a little bit too shallow when the tide goes out. But that's what I would do in the afternoon. Oh, and they do organize visit to the village town, to the town, so you can go shopping. You can see what the village's town look like. And one of the day they have an organized on Sunday. They organize. They take you to the village church, so you can kind of see what the local do and what how the sermons on Sunday. And even during the event as well, you have actually on the very first day they actually invite the local villagers to come in, and they do like this wonderful Fijian dance for us. And on the last day, we essentially had a party. Only at the end of the night though, because like the full morning and afternoon, you're still learning. So at the end, again, they have another. I think it's a different group of Fijian villager came in, and they do the traditional Fijian dance with the straw hat and all the. It was beautiful, and they also did a kava ceremony as well, and it's a traditional ceremony where they use this kava root to make a drink, and this drink is supposed to calm you down. It's not alcoholic. It's non-alcoholic, but it has some sort of mineral or elements in there that make you sleep easier and it make you feel calm. It looked a little bit muddy when you actually see how it's made. And some people kind of like, I don't want to drink something that look like mud. But I was like, you know what? I'm only going to be here once. This is my first time in Fiji. And it's not likely that I'm going to fly 10 hours just to go to Fiji again. The next time I fly for a 10 hour, I would rather just go to New Zealand or Australia to visit there too. So I figure, you know what? I should just do this and see what it tastes like, right? Cross it off my bucket list, even though it wasn't on there before. I decided I'm going to put it on and just cross it off. So I tried it. It definitely does taste slightly muddy, but I'm wondering, I don't know, because it looked muddy, so my brain kind of just give me that taste, so I'm not sure. But it have a grassy taste to it. But it's just like a drink. And some people drank like 20 something cups. So some people really got into it. And at the end of the night too, after the Fijian did their dance, everybody joined in and we just all dance and have fun, eat, and then we actually gather again and, just kind of debrief, hang out, see what people's plans are. And actually one of the things that I think you really should do, because for me, I planned when I went, I wanted to do the fun stuff first. So I kind of pack in a mini vacation before the retreat. So, we're visiting different places in Nadi, the different island. So I didn't stay long after. I only stayed an extra day. But if I were to do this again, I would definitely stay longer in Sabu Sabu, because after the event, a lot of people stay for like good 2-3 days. Some people 4 or 5 days. So it's a really great chance to actually get to know people outside of the event. So I would say, definitely plan a couple extra days at least if you are able to, because everybody kind of stays. So they really either just stay across the street in the resort. I forgot the name, but I'll put it up in the link. And or in Coral Sun. So Coral Sun is a very popular resort for everybody else to stay in, and I can see why. It's a beautiful resort. Price is very reasonable, and it has so much amenity. You have your pool, you have your beret, you have like water sport, you have a golf course, everything that you would want, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous property. So a lot of people stay in Coral Sun. So if you want to stay extra, I definitely recommend staying in Coral Sun and hang out with all the attendee that stay after. Okay, so that is my take on life and wealth mastery. I would say if you haven't been to it, definitely make it one of the retreat or event, Tony Robbins event to go to. And not just because of, what you learn and what you grow. Beside that mental growth, you actually you learn so much, because life mastery share with you informations on how to take care of your health, right? And it's not just about living longer, but how do you put more years or more life into your years? Because what good is living longer if you don't have your health, or you're stuck in a wheelchair, or you can't move, you can't be independent? It's much more important that we are able to do what we want to do, not just now, but in our later years. And what I learned is that you have to plan for your later years now, because without health, it does decline. One of the things I learned there is that actually starting at 30, you actually start losing your muscle mass and your bone density. So you really want to keep that in mind, and actually building that muscle mass and that bone density, so that you can combat it and have a much more independent life when you 80, 90, or who knows, we might even live to 100 years old, and considering the medical advances. So all that great information. And with wealth mastery too, they talk a lot about asset allocation, talk a lot about different type of asset that you can invest in. How do we make plans so that you can have a money machine working for you while you're sleeping? And for some people, they already get there, and some people are just starting. We have even people that was only 24 years old. So, older people were like, good job, you guys, you're here, and you're here early. And that's the important part, because it is the compound effect. Whatever you start early, you have more time for your money, for your investment to grow. So the earlier, the better. Is definitely one that I took away from it. And I definitely learned more on other type of investment that I didn't think about before, because I mainly just invest in real estate and sometimes some stock. But definitely this has opened my eyes a little bit more on what are available out there. Yeah, so we definitely make plan on that. I think it's really great that at Wealth Mastery, you actually will make your plan, because it's not just learning about investing and learning that. We actually decide, okay, how are you going to do this? When you're going to do it? How much are you going to set aside for it? What are the end goals? So it's really great that when you leave, you actually have a plan of action to take with you. But it's still a lot to take in. And with this so far, we have formed an accountability group after on WhatsApp, and we are actually continuously, the whole group is continually chatting and sharing what we're doing, reminding each other to make sure to drink our celery juice daily, reminding each other to make sure to do our plan. And we just started a weekly meetings on wealth managing that, investing and things like that. So that way we can keep the momentum going. And that's really key, because it's great to learn all this stuff, but if we don't apply it into our life, this information is really meaningless. Information is not power, it's applied knowledge that is true power. Generally, I love this trip. It has been an amazing experience for me. And I would say, yeah, if you're thinking about, if you want to really up your game on your wealth building, on your investment, your retirement, definitely go to Wealth Mastery. If you want to have more longevity, have, more healthy lifestyle, living longer, have more life in your years, for sure, definitely do the Life Mastery. And all in all, amazing experience for me. I love it.